Hello and welcome to another stream of Assassin's Creed Origins to continue the annual marathon playthrough. It's going to be a short stream and then a break and then a longer stream. So we're going to jump back into the main story. But I'm not going to do one of the assassinations yet though. I just want to advance the story and get things to the next part. Hey there, Lucas. How's it going? Lucas, it was a dreadfully hot day, 43 Celsius. Oh, ouch. That's definitely hot. Alright, before we jump into the main story though, there's another side quest that I want to do before I kick things off. And that is the one called the Weasel. In which we deal with a Necrodia adept. Piece of shit.
Το θηρίον εμένυμσε, είτε.
Hey, what? You will not pass! Hey! Mongrel! You must die! Stop him! Give me time to get clear! The Nevi's here! Hurry! Got you!
Because this stream is going to be short and I want to just focus on doing the quests and stuff I've disabled the Senu Tours channel point reward just for this stream. In the next stream after my break, I'll put it back on. Because that channel point redeem needs time to do. And I'd rather just do that in the next stream when I don't really have as less time to stream. Apollodorus' estate. We'll be meeting him soon.
Get out of the way.
Once I've done this side quest. Oh, Dio. Indeed.
Roya, where have you got to?
Fate.
You, Neb, are young and your legs are strong. Perfect for my needs. A pigeon arrived not long ago. I sent Ruya to fetch it, but she is so unreliable. Probably batting her eyes at the Master of Arms.
If I see her...
Never mind her. I want my letter. Run up to the pigeon tower and fetch it. All news is important to us these days.
All right, Steward. I will see what I can do.
The Weasel. Bayek meets Apollodorus' steward, who asks him to run to the pigeon tower and retrieve a letter. At Apollodorus' farm, the steward Pelias is waiting for Ruia to bring him a letter. When she takes too long, Pelias sends Bayek to fetch the letter from the pigeon tower for him. The quest name, The Weasel, is referring to the piece of shit that we'll be dealing with, but calling him just a weasel is too soft, in my opinion. He's a motherfucking piece of damn shit. But I can't call the quest the motherfucking damn piece of shit. So the weasel it is.
The pigeons are in a ruckus. What has upset them? An ill omen. How did that charcoal get spilled? Blood. Still fresh. The railing broke when someone went over it. Lot of blood. Where's the body? I cannot leave you here. I will take you back to Pelias for the proper rites. Poor Ruia. If you had only known how to make such a leap. What did you get yourself into? Beasts with the faces of men prey on the weak and powerless. We cannot simply show our bellies to the jackals that plague our land.
Nope. The ones that plague Egypt in this game, we need to give them the sharp edge of a blade across their throats. Bayek.
Oh.
By the gods! Ruya! What happened?
She was thrown to her death from the pigeon tower. Your letter.
Why was she killed? That is the badge worn by Dimnos, our Master of Arms. Why did she have it?
I will find out soon enough.
You poor, poor girl. May you walk in the field of reeds.
Dimnos, I'm looking for Ruya.
Why would I know where that peasant is?
Perhaps because she has your badge.
Shit. Well, she was just an Egyptian dog. No matter.
Why did you do it?
Truth? I didn't mean to kill her. Only teach her a lesson for her insolence. She refused to read a letter for me.
You must confess to Pelias.
I suppose you want the same fate as Ruya. You stupid Egyptian. I'll teach you the same lesson she learned.
Come! Try! The letter he mentioned.
Ζέστην, ημαρμένον συμβάνει ήγηγεν.
Was it Dimnos?
Yes. He killed Ruya out of base cruelty. And he died because he thought I was also less than a person.
What a senseless tragedy. She was a smart girl with a good heart. The letter you recovered, it is information for Apollodorus. I will make sure he gets it. We must all do what we can to help Cleopatra's cause. She alone cares for all the people of Egypt.
To a point she does. Hey there, Hermione, welcome. Lucas, that is, indeed, dreadfully hard. Too hard for comfort. Nah, I need the wind in my face from the chopper's blades. Also, hey Rod, how are you? I'm doing well. Arnie Miney. How's things going? Yeah, Hermione, yeah, it's a good trick to do for enemies that can be assassinated after a cutscene's finished. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, sometimes when I use the Rush Assassinate, I just spam the buttons for it during the cutscene, and then it doesn't work in every instance, but it is quite cool to just, you know, be like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, out of cutscene, boom, kill, boom, kill, boom, kill. Hey there, Stan. That's racist, Dimnos. It sure is. Well, that is the Weasel, as I said. The Weasel is too soft of a name to refer to him as for this quest.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings, friend. That's what I want.
Good.
Stan, throw a
Bye for
torch on
now.
him. Oh, yeah. Mighty good God, Roger, worse than you are. Oh yeah. Never was there a brute more deserving. So that is that side quest finished. Okay, now that I've done those side quests, we're going to jump back into the main story. Main story, Gary. I'll do a recap in a moment. Dr. Darling, you open the stream and Rod is venting his anger on a corpse. Great timing. Excellent timing. Miney, Arnie, Miney. You love Rush Assassinate. It's also a good traversal tool. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I don't like to use it every time I play the game, but in the past when I've used it, it has come in handy for a lot of situations. Thank you for redeeming the leap of fail, Hermione. Hey there, Schiller. It's going well, thank you, dude. How's things with you? Hope you're doing well. I've disabled the channel point reward for Senu tours just because in this stream I need to just focus on getting the story done because it's so short a stream. But when I come back from my break after this stream's finished, I'll reactivate it for the next stream. Ba 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 da ba 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 da do 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 do. Hey there, Carbon. How's things, dude? Shilly, you're good. You just got up. It's just way too hot today. Ah, yeah, I hate the heat. I don't envy you, that's for sure. Hopefully, you can, get some kind of, like, cool down to help out. It didn't, Dr. Darling, no. I just started late. So this stream will probably only be... probably almost 2 hours, I think. There it is. Oh, there it is. Hermione, you're just dropping in to say hi. Got to go pack. Also wanted to share with you guys that you've got a job interview tomorrow. Oh, very nice, dude. That's excellent. That's great. I hope it goes well. I hope that you're able to have a great interview, and also, more importantly, actually get the job too, as well. But thanks for popping in for a bit, Hermione. Thanks for doing that. We're innocent. We'd like to highly recommend people check out Hermione's channel. He's doing a playthrough of the Tomb Raider remasters, Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, released 1996, 1997, and 1998 respectively, originally, playing the remasters that came out earlier this year, and he's up to Tomb Raider 3 in that playthrough. He's also showing the differences between the two graphical styles, the new and the old. A great streamer. He's also a fan of Assassin's Creed games. He's done a playthrough of Mirage, and he's also got a playthrough on the back burner of Origins. So yeah, he's a great streamer, so definitely recommend.
Clear the way! What do you think you're
doing? Me too. Getting that job would be awesome. It's fairly close to where you'll be moving to as well. Oh, that is cool. Even better too, because that can be tricky. Like the job might be great, but the location and the distance might not be. But that would be really cool to be able to work somewhere that is, much closer to where you're going to be moving to. Oh yeah, that's no worries at all for the shout out.
Some awesome
Absolutely no trouble at all. I better prep the Gerech in my chat box, just in case I hear one. Okay, so I need to do a recap of what has happened in the story, because it's been a little bit since I've done the story. I want to do all the quests as much as I can at night, but in any case, this quest has to be done at night anyway. Alright, so far, the following Order of the Ancients have been assassinated. The one that Bayek killed that we saw in the cutscene at the start was the Heron, Rujek. Bayek trekked across the vast Egyptian desert to corner Rujek in the famous bent pyramid of Sneferu. Bayek's first kill, the death of Rujek, brought on Anubis' apparent curse on the Natron mines. And then, the next target that Bayek took out was the Ibis, Medunamun. Medunamun was installed as Oracle of Siwa by Ptolemy. He oversaw the Temple of Amun, but his true interest appeared to be the vault beneath the temple. He brutalized the villagers in an effort to learn the vault's secrets. Bayek killed him in a fury. These two targets, we don't actually kill them ourselves, and we don't see them get killed, but Aya kills these two. She kills the vulture, Actaeon, Aya's first kill. While tracing the order in Alexandria, Aya came across Actaeon and verified her suspicions when she discovered one of the masks in his apartments. He died a horrible death while wearing the mask. His role in the Order of Ancients is clear. His role in the death of Hamu, however, is nebulous. When Aya described what she did to this Actaeon, she made him wear the mask, and then she took the knife that she had and stabbed him in both eyes. And then the Ram, Thesos, he hunted down Aya, the killer of his friend Actaeon, in Alexandria. However, he met his end at her hands. And then the most recent kill for Bayek has been the snake, Eudoros. Royal scribe to Ptolemy, Eudoros was one of the puppet masters of the Pharaoh. He met his death in Alexandria's opulent bathhouse thanks to Bayek's newly acquired hidden blade, although he did manage to exact limited vengeance, the loss of Bayek's ring finger. But was Eudoros, in fact, the snake? And Bayek and Aya are going to find out that indeed not. And there's more. Egypt's Magi. Bayek seeks Apollodorus in order to meet the exiled Queen of the Nile. Beset by concerns that he has not, in fact, killed the snake, Bayek parts with Aya and sets out to Canopus in search of Apollodorus. That side quest that I just did, that was Apollodorus' steward. That's why I decided to leave that quest for when I did, just to tie it into this. Act as a prelude.
Ούτε πόποτε ώρα κάτι αυτή αφρονία.
I am Bayek. Aya sent me to speak to Apollodorus.
Shh. I'm sure you can appreciate that my master takes precautions concerning those he meets.
I have a question only he can answer.
I will tell him you seek his counsel, and that Aya recommends you. Wait for tomorrow night. If he sees fit to meet you, you will find him near the lighthouse then. Until then, the Hippodrome's commemorating one of its greatest racers. Plenty of drinking and festivities, along with the races themselves, of course, if that appeals.
One of the characters we'll also meet in this quest is Damastus. Need to rescue him. Oh, yourself, cow.
Apollodoros.
You there! Are you here to kill me or to be my friend?
Friend. Bayek of Siwa.
Ah, then your help, please. You are Aya's Magi, huh?
Any other survivors?
Only Damastis. They took him prisoner.
And the scroll? What of the scroll?
Damastis had it.
That ass Damastis should have destroyed it. Cleopatra owes you much. Can you get to a healer by yourself?
I've killed Eudoros.
Huh? Well done.
He was the snake, yes?
Man to man, Bayek, there is much you have yet to understand.
Man to man, I need an answer.
I must take the measure of you first. Rescue Damastis and recover the scroll. And then I will know if you're the man that Aya claims you to be.
Where is this Damastis?
He should be on the docks in Canopus Harbor. I can't risk that someone reads the scroll he carries.
And Damastus is played by, I think I've got a command for him. I do. Amir Sam Nakdavani. It was so cool that he came back to do another role in AC, playing Hytham in Valhalla.
They will attack on sight here.
Hey now!
Diramon, save me!
Hey, why are you here?
I have to sleep in my own filth in here. Don't forget about me!
You will not
Thank you. It was very unpleasant in there.
No!
Get me to a safe place. Then we will talk.
Time is up, though! You die! Got you now! It's climbing! Get it down! Oh, you
Vidnoski ti brati.
I was going to kill all of them. That damn cage was too hard to get out of, is all.
Η λυθιώτης ανθρώπων, πού και έχει πέρας.
Apollodorus sent me to help you. Give me the scroll.
Scroll? I do not have any scroll.
Your job was to carry it.
I hid it on our ship. I did not want it to fall into the wrong hands.
Where is the ship?
At the bottom of the lake. They sank it.
Very well. I will get it. Apollodorus is waiting for you at the lighthouse.
I will tell him to find you near the sunken ship.
Άλογος πράξης αλόγου ανθρώπου.
Ωραίαν βούλημη τη μηχανά στερήνα εξέλτης.
That precious scroll. Neck. Here's your precious papyrus.
Well done, Bayek. I see you are a capable man. Someone I may be able to trust. The scroll was meant for the Roman general Pompey in an effort to sway Rome to Cleopatra's side. She will be grateful to you for keeping the communication secret. She is at my estate. We're headed there now.
How does Aya fit into all this?
Her cousin Phanos informed me that she was a driven woman stalking deadly prey. It so happened that I also had reason to bring down this prey. When Aya was successful, I stepped in to protect her.
We are grateful.
And we are grateful that you have eliminated Eudorus. He was an odious individual.
I should tell you that in addition to Eudorus, I put an end to the Phylacetae of Alexandria, Gennadios.
Gennadios? I am very glad he is dead. But it will cause serious problems for you. The Phylakis are a tightly bound group. And murderers. They will certainly come after you.
So be it. Can I ask why you wanted Eudorus dead?
As you know, Cleopatra's brother, Ptolemy, is too young and pliable to be a strong leader. We believe Eudorus was the force behind Ptolemy, responsible for so many of Egypt's current ills.
Hey there, Sosa. Welcome on in. Did you upgrade everything first, then do the main mission? No. Yeah, I'm playing on New Game Plus, so Bayek's level 55 was what I reached on the save file that I used for the New Game Plus. So, yeah. I did do some upgrading on the weapons and stuff because I didn't have it up to my level. But that's been sorted and stuff. But yeah, we're jumping back into the main story in this stream. I just want to push it ahead a little bit so we get our new targets. But I won't be doing an assassination in this stream though. But there will be some other side stuff I can do to fill out the rest of the stream though. Tetley Lemon White, thank you so much for the follow.
Here we are. The villa is up ahead.
Oh, it's once you finish the game, Sosa. Once you finish the main story, the game will let you do New Game Plus from that point on. You just need to go to your save file and then choose the New Game Plus option. Hey Omega, good morning. Good morning to you as well. Welcome. Tetley, no worries. Hi there, Rod. Hope you are well. Oh, I am, thank you, Tetley. Yeah, things are going good. How about yourself? Just doing a short stream, then I'm going to take a break and then come back later, but I thought I would push the story ahead a little bit further than where I had it, and then I can go and do some other side stuff for the rest of the stream. But yeah, it's going good. Tuesdays is my split stream day, so I do 2 separate streams with a break in between. Not too bad, could be worse. Well, that's good that it's not as bad as it could be, that's for sure. That's definitely a good start. Oh, so Omega, we're still in the early stages of the story. We've assassinated the 2 targets that Bayek kills, and now we're going to get some more targets to add to the menu.
You will learn more at the villa. The Queen enjoys the life of high society. I'm pleased that Aya is bringing some sober substance to Cleopatra's social circle. She is an extraordinary woman, your wife.
I know.
Bayek, before I can disclose all secrets, Cleopatra must meet and approve of you. She can be particular. Let me give you some advice. When you approach the Queen, bend your knee in deference. Speak only in reply. Yours is not to question, but to answer. Do not be distracted by the festivities. She has a large entourage, and they like to amuse themselves. Sometimes to excess. Speak clearly, in measured tones, and above all, do not meet her gaze.
So what's the best weapon? That's actually a question that is hard to answer because the weapon that I've got Bayek currently using is a weapon that you get in a certain quest, and it's got critical hit rate, adrenaline regeneration, and health for critical with it. So when I use swords in this game, that's usually the one that I like to actually get and then use. But it really depends on what weapon type you like. For example, if you don't like swords, then there's also your heavy blunt weapons, like these kind of ones. There's also like the heavy blades. Scepters? I don't really like the scepters that much, but they're sort of like another weapon type, and then you have your spears as well. I don't have any that I also do. Dual swords. They're pretty cool too. And then different weapon types have different overpower attacks, like special moves that you can do with them as well. But yeah, I like to use the Ultima Blade, even though it's not actually, you know, part of the, I guess, the story. It's more like a crossover quest thing between Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed. where you do this quest and then you get this sword, the ultimate blade, you get the shield, and you also get a special mount as well, the que. Tetley, love this game. Better than Mirage in your opinion. You're not going to mention the two after this, as you really hate them. Oh, that's fair enough, Tetley. Yeah, that's definitely fair enough. Yeah, I liked Mirage. This game for me, though, out of all the ones that have come out since this one, they haven't been able to beat it. Like, I like certain things about Odyssey, and I do like Valhalla, but they haven't, and Mirage as well. I like that too. But yeah, they just haven't hit the same level for me that this game did.
Ready?
I cannot wait.
Catch me! Catch me!
Come here, both of you.
Yes,
She
I can
caught me
assure
with
you,
her husband.
The sensation is most delightful.
This way.
Oh, don't worry. She doesn't hold a grudge. Bees?
Where is my opium pipe? I will sleep with anyone as long as they agree to be executed in the morning.
Like Xantivis.
He was well satisfied with his bargain. Who is this toothsome fellow? In mehoto ek nebshevet.
My queen, this is,
Well,
It is a generous offer, but I've already pledged my life to this woman.
Aya, you have chosen well. Come, we have much to discuss. Celebrate, my friends!
you were meant to kneel. Ah, Pashremta. Meet Aya and Bayek. They put an early end to Eudoros.
Delightful. You are joining our efforts, then?
We do not know what your efforts are.
Eudorus was a member of the Order of Ancients. They are responsible for my exile. They tore me from my throne.
And why should I care about them?
The snake has many heads. Those heads make up the Order.
The snake is the man who killed my son.
It is not so simple.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. They must know something.
The Order of Ancients seeks to control all Egypt. Ptolemy is but their puppet.
We have informants in each region, but they have been unable to touch the Order.
Across Egypt, mysterious forces work against us. For instance, here, in the Nile Delta, the endless sands swallow up whole villages, yet a malignant human force moves with them. That force is one of the Order of Ancients, called the Scarab.
And over here, in most sacred Giza?
A shadowy figure called the Hyena controls all that occurs. What is certain is that Giza is the land of death and loss.
And then there's Memphis.
All is cursed in my land. Even the sacred Apis bull himself. The one called the Lizard has worked a sort of diabolical power.
So the snake is the Order of Ancients?
Yes. Eudorus was known as the Hippo.
You are right, my love. He was not the last one. All of these are.
When the Order wants something, as in Siwa, it does not hesitate to crush all in its path.
For Siwa, now Fayum. It is the most oppressed region in all of Egypt. Where the crocodile wields cruel power, the denizens live in constant fear.
That is the fate that awaits all Egypt if we fail to stop the Order.
We need decisive action. It is time for assassinations.
We still have not found the man who killed Khemu. Our son Shed will weep with joy when we clear the map of those figures.
You are my Magi now. Protector of the true Pharaoh of Egypt.
So it shall be. Tonight, we drink, celebrate, make love. Tomorrow,
Omega, first playthrough of Odyssey for you. You're liking it. It's rough around the edges in some parts, but it's fun. Origins is a gem. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool sort of like my favorite move, or one of them, is to do the Sparta kick. It's just so satisfying using it, and to see the enemy go flying off of cliffs and things when you use it on them, it's just so funny. So how did you upgrade your stuff so fast? Well, as I said, on the other save file, I already got to level 55 in that playthrough, and then when I started this playthrough, I just simply went to the menu and used that save file to actually start New Game Plus. So whatever you had by the end of your previous playthrough, you'll still have at the start of New Game Plus. So yeah, didn't really have to do anything. I'd already upgraded the Hidden Blade to this point, got all the quiver stuff done, and the bracer damage and all that kind of stuff. I totally believe you or not, Valhalla is your least favorite AC game. Oh, that's definitely fair. Yeah, I like it. I feel though like the base game itself is too, like, there's certain quests that could have been optional. I think what would have been better is, instead of having every single story arc something that you had to do, make some of them optional, and depending on whether you chose certain ones or not, would change who you had, to help you out, to sort of like make certain different paths along the story. Because some of them, I think, they slow down the pace of the story, especially when it comes to like the Order of the Ancients, what's going on with Sigurd, and that whole deal as well. The other story arcs that are sort of like on the side of those sort of like story bits, I feel like they kind of let the pace down. So they could have made some of them optional as well. But it's very haphazardly done. Like, I definitely feel like they've gone overboard with how they organize quests and how they organize the story. I understand why they want to let people do certain parts of the game when they want to, certain DLC content and all that kind of stuff. But it just overly complicates things, especially if someone for the first time just wants to play through the game and just do the story. Because there's things that seem like they're part of the story, but they're not. They're just side quest things. So I feel like they've lost sight of how to properly do that kind of stuff. Like in this game, it's simple. You've got all the content in the main game, and if you've got the DLC, then that's its own thing, and then the DLC is its own thing as well. I mean, yeah, you can start it whenever you want, or rather, if you're not doing New Game Plus, you have to wait till you get to a certain level that's recommended for those. But yeah, it's a lot more clearer in what is actually main content and what isn't. Whereas in Valhalla's case, they went overboard with that kind of stuff. I feel like there should be an option to turn off certain quests from being there, because it's annoying when you go back to the settlement and you hear like dialogue from a quest that you know you're not going to do, but you just keep on having to hear it every time you get to that point. Wayne79, thank you so much for the follow. Oh yeah, Tetley, you know, it's like, because people who are new to that game, if the game is throwing all this stuff at you, like for some people it's fine, but other people might be like, look, I just want to do the main stuff. I don't care yet for all the side stuff that you can do. So yeah, for Valhalla, I've got a save file that I've been prepping where the story is at a certain point, but I haven't gone beyond that point. But I've gone around and synchronized all the viewpoints and been working on getting as many skill points as I can. And then when I start my Valhalla playthrough, I'll be able to start a new game from scratch and play the story up until that story point I'm up to on the other save file, and then basically switch save files, and then make sure that I'm saving over that newly created one moving forward through the playthrough. That way, at least I don't have to worry about, getting all the upgrading and everything in the playthrough. So hopefully it'll make the story go a bit quicker as well. Tetley won't be able to play the new AC game that comes out this year. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, the Shadows one. Yeah, that'll be November 15. I'm curious about the Animus Hub, which is something I haven't really talked much about. It used to be called Infinity, but they changed it now. Wayne, you recently started AC Marathon 2. You're only on AC 2. Oh, that is good. That's great, because that is such a great game. That one is really, really good. I do like Assassin's Creed 2 a lot as well. What did you think of the first game? Because the first game is kind of difficult to recommend sometimes because of, when it came out, and there's definitely a lot of repetitive stuff that might put people off and things. Stan, that was an intense precision, Gare. She says it from the heart. Exactly, Stan. Not just high precision, Gare, but high precision, Gare. A lot of effort and emotion in it.
Ugh, my head still aches from last night. The Order of Ancients has no idea what is coming their way. I will be heading north soon to defend Cleopatra at sea. Have you begun the hunt yet, my Bayek? You should begin your journey, my love. I will be heading north soon to defend Cleopatra at sea.
He didn't get to say it all, but I'll still count that one. Wayne, you played the first game so many times years ago, so you skipped it. Man, never played the rest. Oh yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Yeah, definitely, if you've already played it so many times, it's good to just jump into 2. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, like, is such a great sequel. Like, even just 2 years between releases, they really expanded so much and created a lot of, things that the game would carry forward, like with the formula of stuff, but also certain story things. But yeah, it's a great game, AC2. I hope you really enjoy it and you have a good time with it. Lucas, do you pretty much only play the same games? I mean, your annual playthroughs take up most of the year. Yeah,
Block the road behind me. I will get through. Keep me safe.
I've left this playthrough a little bit later like this marathon, I should say, a little bit later in the year. Last year I actually started it way early, I think in January. But this year I wanted to fit some other games in, so I played Ghost of Tsushima. Played through that for the first time, which was great. I also do playthroughs to celebrate games' anniversaries. And so I'm celebrating Assassin's Creed Unity's 10th anniversary this year, so I already did a playthrough for that, but there will be more to come. And yeah, so the annual playthroughs can definitely take up a lot of time to do. That's why I just change what I do. So I'm not always doing the same amount of stuff too. A lot of the earlier games in the series for this marathon, I pretty much just, went through casually. Didn't do a lot of side stuff, just certain things. And then there's the Tomb Raider one that I'll be doing after this is finished. But not directly after though, because I need to do another phase to celebrate Unity's 10th anniversary. Sup Man Gnome. I'll actually do this side quest in protest. Dr. Darling, that counts as a half. That's true. Yeah, he almost got the high precision Garrett out. He got halfway there before Bayek's proximity made him go, "Huh," and stop saying anything.
Huh?
Die, you. Okay, so I'll be streaming for another hour before going on a break to do another stream later on. So for the rest of this stream, I'll just focus on doing side stuff. And then at the start of the next stream, after my break, after every single, major point in the story, I like to go back to Siwa and speak with Hepzibah, because he has dialogue with Bayek that relates to what you've just done recently. And even though we haven't killed any one of the new targets that we've just been given, I think there's still something that Bayek will talk to him about based on finding out that there's actually more targets. Lucas, don't get me wrong, AC games are great, but you would think it would get old after a while. Yeah, that's why this year I changed the schedule for Assassin's Creed, because for the past few years actually, it was Assassin's Creed on the weekends, and then it would be Tomb Raider on Fridays, and then all the other days would be a different game, But every Friday would be Tomb Raider games, so I'd play through, my marathon, but then I'd also just play random games in the series in whatever order on Fridays, doing whichever, and the same with Assassin's Creed on weekends. Have them be my marathon, and also just streaming, whatever games. But this year I thought, what I'll do is I'll move all the Assassin's Creed streams to just being in the marathon and anniversary runs, and then the rest of the time, the Monday to Friday slot can be used for, so many other different kinds of games as well. But yeah, I do have the games that I like to do at least once a year.
Pardon, Neb. I cannot sell any chariots today. My Serapis, I cannot believe my eyes. That looks like a Medjay bag.
Wasn't ready for that dialogue. So I'll just have Bayek go away and then we'll come back. Like GTA 5, for example. Red Dead Redemption 2, but I've already done that this year. Then Watch Dogs, I do an annual playthrough of those games, so that'll be coming up at some point. It's a bit of a juggling thing. It's like, what game do I do next? This one's too long. I'll do this short one next. How about I do this? Oh no, that playthrough might take a bit. I'll put that somewhere else and reorganize it and, you know, do it some other time. Stan, hello Cassandra. Hello there. Hello there. Yeah, Cassandra, her voice actress, Melisanthe Mahut, voices a lot of characters in this. NPCs, but also some side quest characters too. Hey there, Godfather Al. Medjay Rod Legionnaire Dagiza. Nicely done. Good one. How's things going for you today? Good one, Godfather Al, not to be confused with the geezer.
This place is heavily guarded.
The way the screen's shaking is annoying me, so we'll join in this skirmish.
Here! Come here, brothers! I have the bastard!
Be my guest.
Wait a second.
You better not miss, man.
Riddle to shreds! You'll regret that! Get lined up! Is that a threat? You'll regret that! Target lined up! Die, you damn dog!
Shit. Have to repair that.
Alright, there we go. So, sometimes there's like a glitch where the camera will keep shaking because there's enemies that are in a skirmish, and you get those big brutes who have their big weapon that they slam on the ground and stuff like that. So now that that's taken care of, to this side quest. Alright, so that dialogue that I wanted to hear again in full without me talking over it doesn't trigger again. Oh well.
Please forgive me. For a moment, I thought you were the sign of the Medjay, the lost protectors.
I do. I am. What pains you, Nebbet?
My heart is broken. My truest friend, my husband, Erix, has been murdered.
Tell me what happened.
He was renowned for his work. A soldier ordered him to build war chariots for the Pharaoh. He was happy to do so. But when the soldier returned to collect, he only offered to pay half the agreed price. Erix refused, and the soldier cut him down and stole the chariot. If you are truly a Medjay, will you help me get justice? Find the soldier and destroy the war chariot so he may not insult my husband's memory.
I can do that for you.
I couldn't help but notice that chicken in the background that's just gone crazy, doing circles over and over and over and over and over again. Lucas, apparently you'll regret that. It's so funny when enemies are saying things like that when they're getting their ass handed to them. And then it's even funnier too where their dialogue will still play out even after they're dead because the game has already triggered it. And instead of cancelling it when the enemy's dead, the game still treats the enemy as they're still alive for the last part. Oh no, Shaky, I'm so sorry to hear about that. That really does suck that you lost your job yesterday. I don't blame you for not wanting to go into detail, you know. But that's definitely no worries at all. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm not going to go into detail, but glad to be here and see you all. Well, it'd be good to, you know, find some kind of way to, you know, keep your mind off things, you know, and, but yeah, that really does suck, Shaky. I hope that, you can bounce back, and, you know, find something that, is really going to be, you know, good for you as well. In protest, Bayek meets a widow who asks him to find a stolen war chariot and destroy it. Chariot maker Eryx made a chariot for the Pharaoh's soldiers, but when it was finished, the soldiers killed him and stole it. Eryx's widow, Europa, asks Bayek to find the war chariot at Anthilla Fort and destroy it.
Shame the captain killed the chariot maker. His work was masterful.
Don't cry for these mouthy peasants.
No, I was just saying. You think his widow is still running their shop?
Why? Do you fancy her? You're into short, older women?
She's a handsome woman.
Yes. Well, good luck convincing her to let you into her bed, while we ride around in the chariot her dead husband built.
When does the next patrol head out?
Soon, I think.
What? Give me a hand over here! Eat this! You will...
It is done. A sacrifice made to honor the builder who was cut down.
Shaky, how's New Game Plus? You wish Valhalla could have gotten one. Is it a nice power fantasy to have all your beefy equipment? The weapons are all randomly collected in this one, right? Oh, it's great, Shaky. It's also very handy if you want to do a playthrough where you don't want to spend as much time as you did originally, you know, leveling things up and stuff. And also the gear that you upgrade too, because getting them fully upgraded can take a bit. So it's good to be able to just jump into a playthrough and have all that early on. And it's also cool to be able to have an outfit that you really like, that you can't get normally until you get to a certain point in the story, but to be able to actually have it worn straight away, that can be kind of cool too, as well. But yeah, I wish Valhalla did. It's just ridiculous that they didn't do it. Like for the longest time, they were saying that they were working on trying to find a way to integrate it, and then ultimately 2 years later, they just basically threw up their hands. Were like, well, the game was never designed originally in the first place to have New Game Plus. So essentially, they were you know, not being honest with players. Like, what they should have said from the outset is, we understand that players have been looking forward to a New Game Plus, but unfortunately, this game will not be getting one. Sure, you would still, you know, get people that would not like that, obviously, but at least they would be upfront and real about it, you know. I mean, yeah, maybe at some point maybe they thought that they could, but then they realized they couldn't, but still, you know, how long does it take to realize that and then to be able to tell people, hey, no New Game Plus, you know. But yeah, that's why I've got what I call my Game Plus set up for Valhalla. I've got a save file where I already have Eivor in England, but I haven't pushed the story beyond that point on that save file. What I have done, though, is I've gone around the game world, I've synchronized all the viewpoints, I've been doing the collecting of stuff, getting a lot of skill points ready, so that when I do my marathon playthrough of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I can start a new save, get up to England in the story, and then switch over to the other save file where I've already got all this stuff done, and then continue on through the story that way. That way I won't have to worry about doing all the leveling up in the playthrough. So that's what I'll be doing for Valhalla. But yeah, it's ridiculous that they didn't do it as part of the actual game. Stan, don't you guys have consoles and computers? Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just go and say something like that, Stan, to be honest. But yeah, it's good that they brought it back for Mirage. And actually, Mirage 2, you can either skip the prologue, or you can replay that too. But for the playthrough I'll be doing for Mirage, I won't be doing a New Game Plus for that. I'll be starting from scratch, because I'm doing a challenge run with that. And usually, I like to start from scratch if I'm doing a challenge run. Wayne, what's been your favourite AC so far? So, I've actually got a top 3 favourites. So, I guess with the top 3 favourites, the first one is also, you know, overall. So, I'd have to say Assassin's Creed 2. That takes the number 1 spot. My second favourite is Black Flag. I absolutely, really, really like that game a lot. And then my third top favourite is this game, Origins. But there's definitely a lot of other games in the series that I like as well. But they're my top 3 favourites. And yeah, but this game is just so good. And the ones that have come out later just haven't really reached the heights that this one did. Plus, I wish we got sequels to this game. Would have been cool to play as Aya and Bayek in a trilogy. I thought it would be good to have the second game where you play as Aya, and only some points in the story do you play as Bayek, like it is with this game and Aya. But then in a third game in a trilogy with the characters, it would be like Syndicate, where you can switch between them at any time. And I think that would have been a good trilogy. But Ubisoft were like, nah, we don't like to do games with more than one character as the main character. So it's unfortunate. But yeah, I would have liked to see them do sequels to Origins where you played as them again.
Honorable Medjay, what news do you bring?
I have destroyed the war chariot that Eric's made, and was stolen by the vile captain of Antilla. Your husband's memory is restored.
Clear off now!
Clear off now.
Whoa. A strong musk clouds the air. Tana lives nearby.
Oh, the gods shame me, Neb. The Tanner is my husband. He carries that stench home whenever he returns from camp.
Is he here now?
By the smell, you would think so. But it's worse when he's around.
Do not let it trouble you. We all must do work we do not relish.
You are right. My husband works hard, but cannot keep up with the demand for his services. The Magi are said to be legendary hunters. If you would like to earn some good coin, go and see him. I'm sure he could use your help.
I will consider it. Where would I find him?
His hunting camp is north and west of Sao. He will be tanning hides for a few days. If only there was some way for him to deal with the stink.
I mean, has he used, like, you know,
Did you
oils?
ever see work as fine as Oniris's?
Thick skin. Bayek meets a tanner's wife who tells him her husband could use the help of a legendary hunter. In Sao village, Bayek meets a woman who is wife to the local tanner. She tells Bayek to seek the tanner out in his hunting camp if he'd like work. A lot of the times when I'm reading these quest informations, when you actually hover over the quest, it'll have certain text, and then if you look to the right, sometimes it says the same thing but adds different information. I really wish they just, you know, did a version for each quest where all of that text was in the one, but that's why I'm reading both. Sometimes there's quite literally no difference between the two as well. Sometimes they're both the exact same text, word for word.
No! Keep your jaws away! Back, beast! Anyone? My thanks, traveler. I did not expect the gods to send help my way this day. I was afraid that beast wanted to eat me in revenge for my craft. What brings you this way?
Your wife in Sao told me you might need a hunter.
Yes, yes. Too much demand and not enough supply. I would be more than happy to pay you good coin for the hides I need, and for you to risk their teeth.
I am listening.
I need hyena ears, crocodile eggs, and vulture skulls.
What do you do with vulture skulls?
Many priestesses of Iset used them for headdresses. They pay well. Well now, what do you have for me?
I do not yet have everything you asked for.
No matter. I have enough work to keep me busy until you return with what I need.
Alright. vulture skulls. I've never tried doing this before, so let's see what birds actually turn up. In Red Dead Redemption 2, when collecting like bird feathers, it's good to just kill another animal and then just wait till the birds swoop in. Nope. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Thought I'd try and see.
Hey! Going to kill you!
Alright, I'll synchronize this viewpoint, and then I'll go to where I know there's like a vulture location.
Whoa.
Hang on. Oops, wrong arrow. Wrong bow, I mean. What the? Oops. That's Senu. Whoops.
Whoa.
Sorry, Senu. Here we go. Shaky, you monster. No real animals were harmed during the making of this game or during this playthrough. Actually, that makes me think of the Hercules and Xena series. At the end of the credits, they would always make a joke when normally it would say, you know, no animals were harmed during the production of this episode. It would say things like, no real cyclopses were killed as part of this episode, or no real men were turned to stone by Medusa during the production of this episode, you know, things like that.
Well now, what do you have for me?
All that you asked for.
Ah, yes, good, good. And in fine condition. They will do nicely. Your pay.
Your pay. There we go. That's that quest done. Alright. Next quest I want to do is this one. No. This one. Fair trade.
I wish I could afford one of his weapons. Did you ever see the Serpent of Serapis? A spear light as a feather, and sharper than Sobek's tooth.
With such a spear, I could be a champion in the amphitheater.
Shame about what happened to it.
Shemeni Nesu, Tanatem.
The Serpent of Serapis, Ostracon, Serapis, husband of Iset, god of the dead, who dipped this spear in the Nile to make it light and true. Serapis, who watched over a dying king, who sharpened this blade on the edge of night to make it ever sharp. Tool, I name you the Serpent of Serapis, and dedicate you to the gods.
Ah, the Serpent of Serapis. You have heard the tragic tale?
Not the whole of it.
Oh, it was a true masterpiece. The shaft wrapped with water-hardened leather. The blade hammered out of the metal of heaven.
I would love to see it.
Impossible. I crafted it for one of Apollodorus' captains when I lived in Sais. But Sefeto's soldiers killed him. That is the reason I left.
Sefetu?
Yes, Sefetu the Firebrand, who governs Sais with flame and fear. One of his bootlickers stole the spear that bears my mark.
Outrageous. Can you not get it back?
The man is beyond my reach. He sails on one of Sefetu's triremes on Meriatus Lake.
Ah, I hate a bully. My travels take me far and wide. If I come across him, I will look for your spear.
I would love nothing more than to hear of his fall. If you manage it, the Serpent of Serapis is yours.
Fair trade. Bayek hears the story of a fantastic spear that was stolen and decides to search for the thief. Bayek reads the story of a wondrous weapon on an ostracon and asks the blacksmith who made it to see it. But when Bayek learns that the spear was stolen by one of Sefetu's men, he decides to search for it. So this is one of those quests where once you do it, the game will finish the quest, and I want to come back here when the quest is done so we can actually speak to the blacksmith about it. It's another example of a quest giver that actually has dialogue if you go back to see them after you've completed it.
Eti, benachte, hiert en berg.
Mutet amen, wehem koster teher.
Idiot!
I should be cautious around here.
I'll kill you, Magi, and take your weapons as a trophy!
Hey, it's Alex Ivanovici. Oops. Had caps on. I've got a notepad open with the side quests in what order I'm doing them in, and I like to put an X in capital letters next to it when I've done it. So I still had the caps lock on.
The spear is magnificent. Clearly the work of that master from Sao village. The Serpent of Serapis is a weapon worthy of the gods.
So there we go, we got the spear. The quest finished out. But I want to get the dialogue from the blacksmith that we spoke to get the quest. This process that I'm doing now with this side quest, I've already done it with every single quest in the main story in my 2022 playthrough for my annual marathon that year. But in this playthrough, I'm going to do that process for the 2 DLC.
Semba Ow. Looking for something?
Magi! Your travels have brought you this way again.
How do you fare these days?
Better. We are slowly making a life here.
I have one small bit of news for you. I found the bootlicker who stole your spear. He is no longer a threat to anyone.
Ha! That news delights me. I hope you found the Serpent of Serapis, and it served you well.
It did indeed. Thank you, Neb.
There we go.
See you some other time.
I feel like taking on a Pharaoh. Just a bit of a change of pace for this stream. I've just been going from side quest to side quest to side quest. Hey there, Lizzie, welcome. Everything's going good, thanks. Things are going well. Doing a short stream, pushed the story forward a little bit further, and I've been doing side quests. Just finished one where there was a spear that was stolen. A blacksmith had made the spear, and then it got stolen. So we took care of the person who stole it. Now I'm going to take on one of these Falaki. How's things going with you, Lizzie? Godfather, what level do you need to be to take on the gods again? So if you are doing that, it says Trial of Anubis is level 58. But this is only because I've gotten to level 55. It'll change depending on what level you currently are. But yeah, Trial of Sobek and Trial of Anubis are the ones that are currently available. The third one doesn't become available all the time, as in like with the other two, which is weird. You think they would have made all 3 appear at the same time, But yeah, there's 5 hours left to do Trial of Sobek and Trial of Anubis.
Hang on. But die!
The Iron Bull is no more. Let's take on the Galatian while we're here. Lizzie, everything's going well as it can, given your life at the moment. Well, that is good that there's still something, you know, that is actually going well. It can be rough when other things aren't. How's things going with Assassin's Creed 2? Does that look like a good shield? Yeah. Yeah, each Falaki has a different weapon that you can get when you kill them. And then each one has a key. And then when you've dealt with all of them, there's one final element to the quest. And then after that, you get an outfit as a reward. Which, I really like the outfit. It's my favorite one. I had Bayek wear it at the start of the playthrough. Well, not at the literal start, because the save file that I used as a New Game Plus, I had Bayek wearing Edward's outfit. So the very start of the game, Bayek was wearing Edward's outfit. But as soon as I could change what he was wearing, I switched to the Black Hood outfit, which is my favorite one. Camp Dory.
Clear the way!
What a memorable name.
You there! Stop! Hey!
I should not be seen in this area.
Die, die! I kill you!
That burns.
You like fire, huh?
Finished! I'll get the fire going!
What, don't you like fire?
You're a corpse! Ah!
Love it. The fourth plague. You've had first plague, yes, but what about second, third, and fourth plague? Lizzie, you haven't done much story yet. Still going after the father of that kid that you killed earlier. Oh, yes. Yeah. Another Depatsi. What a family. Alright, let's go over this way. Now, I was saying in a previous stream that as Bayek, when you go to where in present time Layla is, when you go there as Bayek, and then when you get out of the Animus, and as Layla, you go out of the camp where she's at, she'll make a comment about having experienced that as Bayek, or, you know, that they're in the same spot. Or something to that effect. It's been a while since I've triggered the dialogue, so I can't remember the exact dialogue word for word. But basically I said it, yeah. Francesco, you believe he's his name? This is true. Francesco de Pazzi. Voiced by Andreas Abergus, who voices Cesare in Brotherhood. A good way to tell when he voices a character is when you hear the character get angry. Andreas has a certain sound to his voice when he gets angry. Doesn't matter what accent he does as the character. When he's angry, you know it's him. Since I've been talking about Andreas, they're the roles that he plays in Assassin's Creed. That's something, ironically, given the name of the game, that's something that's missing when you're out in the desert in Mirage is, well, mirages. That was one of the really cool things about this game when you're out in the desert, seeing these different hallucinations that Bayek can experience. But yeah, in Mirage, they don't do them.
Whoa.
Lizzie, who's Israel Putnam? So he's the general in Assassin's Creed 3. The memory where there's the battle going on and you have to cross the battlefield. It's when you're having to assassinate John Pitcairn, the guy that's on the horse. Well, Israel Putnam is the character that is commanding the army there at that point.
Osiris was cut into 14 pieces by his jealous brother, who scattered the pieces throughout the land. Osiris' wife, Iset, searched and found all the pieces except one.
What happened to the other piece?
It was eaten by a fish. It was his... So Osiris was resurrected and became Lord of the Underworld.
Oh, so we couldn't have children anymore, huh?
You are growing up far too quickly. Osiris, the father of gods, brother of Set, who murdered him. It is said that Iset's tears for her beloved husband created denial.
Lizzie, you think you remember that quest? It's been a while. Yeah, he has a cigar, and he's also present in the mission where Connor has those 2 ships that he needs to deal with and blow up. I'll see if I can try and do an impression of him. It's very hard to do. Yeah, I can't really do it. We've lost too much in exchange for too little. That's the best I can do. With the line by Israel Putnam in Assassin's Creed 3. And I shall speak fondly of you at your funeral. That's another dialogue he says. Thanks, Lizzie. Yeah, those trade myself. Dr. Darling sounds like LeChuck. Guybrush Threepwood. No, that's more like Murray now. I'm Murray, the demonic skull. Yeah, Lizzie, it's funny when you try to do one character's voice, but then you end up doing another one's instead. Ah, yes, that's right. I remember where this one is. These resting places here, they're good to get an ability point at. I didn't realize Bayek smiles when you sit down at those spots. That's cool. Liz, you have to find your copy and then finish the last memory, and then you can shelf AC3 Liberations. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, Liberation, I like that game. The different outfits was a good idea too. That had different pros and cons about them in gameplay. Okay, so I want to try and find the same cave that Layla in present time is actually in. Damn hyenas. But wait, there's more. Lizzie, you plan on getting a 1 terabyte memory card and moving everything on there in the future? That's definitely a great idea. Get something that has a lot of space on it, and then that way you can utilize that. It's definitely a good, decent size. Although a lot of stuff now is, doesn't take long to fill that up, but...
Whoa.
Lizzie, for now you're getting the smaller games finished and out of the way so you can archive them and play some of your larger RPG style games. It's definitely a good approach. It's good to get those ones done first. Less time consuming as well overall. Because yeah, these RPG games can definitely take a while. Alright, I'm going to have to end the stream soon and then take my break. Would have liked to have found the spot as Bayek, where later in present time Layla ends up going to.
Whoa.
Here we go, I think this is it. Alright, now let's just see. Oh.
I've been here before. As Bayek. The desert sure doesn't change much.
There we go, got it. Alright, so as Bayek, if you go to this same location in his time period, and then you get out of the Animus, and you go here as Layla, she'll actually make that comment. Lizzie, you finished Outer Worlds, and oh my god, it's so good. You keep staring at it, wanting to do another playthrough, but you can't right now. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's games like that for me too. I mean, this is the funny thing, right? As a streamer, obviously there's games that I wait until I want to stream them to play them. But I hardly ever just play games outside of streaming. Like, for example, if I wanted to do another playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2, I could off stream if I wanted to. Even though I've already done a stream of it this year, but... Alright, so this is where I'm going to have to end this stream. But I will be back to do another stream. And in the next stream, I'll have the channel point active again for Senu Tours. I'll still be doing some side quests, but I do want to work on getting one of the assassinations done. So yeah, this is the location. It's Hotep Cavern in Quatara Depression. If you want to go there as Bayek, and then exit the Animus to get Layla's comment about it. And then that's what it looks like. Sheila, thanks for the first stream. Enjoy your break. Thank you so much, Sheila. I definitely will. No worries at all for the stream. Thanks, Lizzie. Yeah, I'll enjoy my break. Absolutely. Shaky Quatara Depression, finally, relatable content. Oh, it's... Yeah. Dr. Darling, that was short. Time flies. It certainly does. Yeah, you're not wrong there. But the next stream will be a bit longer, though. Be doing a bit more content. Would like to highly recommend people check out the following streamers: Shillerlock, who's playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag as part of his annual series run. Shaky, who's doing WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Hermione, who is doing Tomb Raider the Remastered Trilogy. He's currently up to Tomb Raider 3. And Carbon is doing streams of software and game development, but he's also doing a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Rogue as well. So highly recommend checking out all those streams if you haven't before. Oh yeah, Shaky, that's absolutely no trouble at all, dude. So I'll be back after a break. Pardon me. So I'll take a break for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we'll be back. Oh, be back in 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's understandable if not everyone watching this stream can make it to the next one, but thank you so much for watching this one. In the next stream, when I come back from the break, I'll do some more side content, but I do want to get one of the assassination targets that we recently got done and dealt with. So I'll be back in 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's true, Lizzie. Yep. It's all part of the plan.